G'day and welcome back to Pillars of Ranternity. Last time round we picked up Sagani, our new ranger companion,
Just say
and
the word.
Itamak, her white fox. We probably should mess with the formation now, because what we actually want to do is we want to put our frontliners ahead, and Sagani is another ranged person. In fact, this is roughly what I want to do, because this way we have our wolf. In fact, let's do this, because that actually pulls things a little bit more into relief. And there we go. See? So we've got... That's one of the interesting things about the ranger, is because they've got an animal companion, you kind of... They're almost self-tanking, which is pretty cool. Oh, looks like we've got another memorial. And again, like, we've got some things that are useful and some things that are just like, okay. And it's just, it's kind of sad that you have some pointless ones, and we have some that are like clearly intended to be for someone that passed on. I mean, this is not very in character. And then you've got really stupid crap. But, I mean, that one is at least, I would expect, heartfelt. Hello, forest lurker. What if we were to do something like this?
Yeah.
Wait, actually.
I'm on it.
We'll blind you. I said we'll blind you. We will blind you. We will just attack with you. You can go. Sagani will mark this guy. Adir, you can pull him to you. And then knock it over. And everyone attack. Sagani, did you mark? Yes. So now wounding shot it. And then wounding shot it again. And I will just continue to do this. Adir. We'll knock it down. And you're already doing things. And you're attacking, right? So, yeah. And let's use this. Alright. Well, I mean, we had minor injuries. That's fine. That's down. Got it. Gives us some fancy wood. Everyone sneak.
We'll keep to ourselves.
So, where does this let us go? Let's just go to Stonewall Gorge. Okay, cool. We're not going that way just yet. Alrighty. There's got to be a way up there, because otherwise there's no point in seeing things that we can pick up there. Obviously, yes. And then there will probably be something to kill up there. Or someone to talk to. No? Just a way out. And a corpse? Yep, dead adventurer. I'll take your stuff. Thank you very much. And what else? Oh, whoops. Stop. Okay, now. We start with a good old blinding.
Just say the word. Leave it to me.
You pull Sagani, you mark, and me, you hit with that. Aleth, you hit.
Yes.
And you knock down. Stop trying to disengage. There we go. That worked out pretty well, actually. Take that.
Hello.
Ah, everyone. Everybody sneak. Thank you very much. Oh, hello. Idea. Pull. Sigani mark. And just, yeah. Idea. Let's try pulling you again. See what that does. Sigani has marked, so let's do that. And let's continue. And Idea. Hit again. And do that again. And blind again. And hit.
You're mine.
Come on, everyone. Okay, there we go. Forest lurker killed. I think we now have, like, we've got all the details we're ever going to get on the forest lurker. So they're actually only worth their wood. Whatever their wood will bring us. There's nothing that says we need to go to the Deerford village at this point, is there? Let me just check. This says go to Defiance Bay. This, yeah, and then it's just companion things. So we've got that and Blade of the Endless Path, so I think Defiance Bay will eventually send us elsewhere. This isn't Valdez Gate where we have to do a ton of different things before we go to the major city. What will happen is a major city will give us stuff to do. Alrighty. Now, where are we? Ah, there's the crossroads again. So now we got the southern part of the map. What the heck? Oh, right. You again. Just charge straight in. You also can charge straight in.
Just say the word.
That's kind of weird, that pull. I mean, Into the Fray, honestly, for the most part, I would have assumed is the kind of thing that is for taking someone,
Leave it to me.
like moving you into the fight, not pulling someone from a fight. But
And what does the
confusing
thing
and what happens are different. So, oh, we'll take this crafting component. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure that it's worth spending the time exploring all of these maps, but I want to. Yep, wine was here. We'll take that. This almost feels like there should, like, definitely feels like there's a story behind it, but there's no information to tell us what that is. I mean, Obsidian I don't think is the best at just pure environmental storytelling. I don't think this engine is that great at it, frankly. Ah, we got one of these fellas. Sagani can mark. And yeah, you're doing that. You're doing that. You go and pull. And Aloth, yeah, no.
Just say the word. That's how it's done.
Oh yeah, that was a nice crit to put him down. So how much damage? Oh yeah, so that actually does a fair amount of damage too. So that's one of the reasons for using it.
Hey.
And it's mostly the pup that's tanking for us right now.
Yes.
And Aloth, you
Hi.
do this. And this again. And Sagani, wound him. And I will knock him down. Marvelous. Go pick that. Go take the wood.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, done. We've got just this part of the map, and then we can head into town. Exactly what we want to do, right? Ah, another fence, a wooden one this time. Kind of see like stone fences all over the place in Sweden. Wood ones, though, tend to involve more recent occupancy. That looks like a little ruins of a farmhouse. I mean, given the monsters, I just assume no one would be living in it. Can someone actually pick it? Thank you. Yeah, also, it's now a little bit deader. Maybe it was occupied before the war against Sweden. Okay, and we're done. So now we can leave and head to Edelwan Bridge. 4 hours to get there. That'll be plenty. And we're now going into the big city. So let's just check on our keep. You're still hanging around and you're a jerk. I don't actually like you, but there's not much I can do about it because I don't have anyone there. This is going to be done in 12 hours, which will allow us to start hiring people to help out. How close to leveling are we? I'm pretty sure we're a decent ways at the moment. So yeah, we got 4,000 experience, which I think XP is now being split 6 ways, so that's 30,000 experience. Maybe not. Maybe quest experience is different. Yeah, welcome to Defiance Bay, but watch yourself in our city. Understand? This is just a car. What can I do for you? What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry, I don't have the time right now, but it sounds like that Dozens crackpot Rowan is stirring trouble again. He checks his head at the gate. He'd be all too happy to give you a rundown of the city, liberally flavoured with Dozens propaganda, of course. Seem to be on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, to be told. We got refugees coming in from all parts. It's under the misguided notion that things are actually better here, that the legacy somehow passed us over, so they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. He looked you up and down. No offense. I'm looking for the Temple of Vodka. Not sure why you want to go there. It's in the first fires if you really want to see it. Bye. Good luck to you. So that gives us some information. First fires is kind of the center of the city. So this is like Valdez Gate. This is a city that is big enough that it's actually split into all sorts of bits. And I kind of like that where everything else has been hours apart, it'll take you 15 minutes to get to this section of town. It's fine.
Defiance Bay, the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to ennomancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Delightful. So we hit somewhere major because we had, proper narration. Hey, it's a cat.
Defiance Bay.
I'll just take stuff from around here. So we got protesters, we got commoners, we got refugees. Okay, you can't go on the grass because reasons. This is actually, it's built on an island. That's kind of helpful for a city. We've got places to be, the Goose and the Fox. So this is a place we can kind of hire people, and I'm almost tempted to do that. I'm tempted to hire some level 1 custom adventurers and see if I can send them off. Look, we got a bunch of backer NPCs. Welcome to the Goose and Fox. A miserable bastard. If you'd stop talking, I can find out who you are. Kainra.
Let's see what lies this.
I'll have this open in no time, as promised.
Ooh. Bartender's Ring. Plus 20% damage against spirits. That sounds like a terrible pun. And against vessels. Okay. The simple wooden ring is orange and grey and glows when you're not actually wearing it. The ring's actual history is more speculation than fact. While all sources agree it was owned by Errol of Levi, he acquired it after a period of exile, stories differ on how the particulars of how he got it. Some say it was a gift from the gods, others say it was a boon of a pact he made with a wicked power. I'll take it. In fact, there's a quest here that's going to be mostly against spirits, so that sounds like a really helpful thing to have. This is all useless stuff. Let's talk to Kainra. A woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her and watching it with a furious intensity. It's about the size of a coin and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatches it up in one hand and slams down a half-empty cup on the table with the other. This is not a good time. You look like you could use another drink. I'll get there. She takes a long drink from her glass, just trying to calm down, trying to talk myself out of something foolish. Something foolish? She says nothing for a few moments, as if hoping you'll leave. At last, Kainra looks upon you, and the lamplight falls across her face. A bubbling bruise is blossoming along her cheekbone. There's something I need to give to my fiancé, Pernisk. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, and they're not exactly pleasant company. Tell me about these new friends. They come into our house with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool, I know what it means. Pernisk makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere in the gift. But not under my roof. She scowls and then winces, her fingertips gently probing her bruise. Svef changes you, I guess. The Pernisk I knew wouldn't have squashed a spider. I never thought he'd... She trails off, still feeling the swollen, discoloured flesh. I thought Svef just made people lay around not doing much. I don't really know. Seemed better than believing he's always been this way. Maybe I could talk to him. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. She opens her hand and a ring clatters onto the table. It was his grandmother's. Even after all this, I don't have the heart to sell it off. But if I go back there myself, I know what'll happen. I'll lose my temper, and I'll probably wind up with another one of these. She points to a bruise. I wouldn't normally hand this off to a stranger, but people say you've got a good heart. If you give this back to him, he'll know we're done. I'll take this to Pernisk then. The house is just north of here. Just please don't hurt him. As furious as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. So we got a quest. Basically, help someone break up.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very right.
So I'm kind of curious.
Just say the word.
Right, I'm not sure if a high sneaking skill reduces the speed at which you lose sneakiness, or if it also reduces the range at which you start to lose sneakiness.
I'll go on ahead.
Damn it. That was not what I meant to do. So, I meant to turn off fast mode. Instead, I stopped sneaking, which is unhelpful. And this is where we sneak along. Just because I want to grab this thing. Dum. Yoink. Ah, here's 2 ales. 2 ales for my troubles. We'll go up to upstairs. See if there's anything cool up here.
Quick and quiet.
This is very much... Oh, actually these are not backer NPCs. Those are actual NPCs, which means they may be worth talking to. Not that this is a particularly major problem for a game to have, right?
Just say the word.
Content that I just know I can completely ignore.
I'll have this open in no time.
Let's just steal from
That'll do
here.
it.
3 lockpicks and some fruit. Yeah, whereas these are backer NPCs. kind of curious.
Let's see what's
I remember
in here.
hearing about someone who basically just
As
murdered
promised.
all of them. I'm curious as to how how separate they are from the rest of the content. In that, if you were to attack them, would everyone else attack you? Are they do they carry anything? Are they actually worth doing anything with?
Let's see what's in here. As promised.
I mean, arguably, I guess I'm stealing from them when I do that, but I mean, it's kind of sad knowing that there's no point in dealing
Just say
with
the word.
a surprisingly large amount of content in the game, and that'll never stop being a bit disappointing. Okay, let's talk to these people. See who the hell they are. Raises a hand in greeting. Small. Alright, so there's no one.
How do you do?
An older man relaxes with his feet propped up on a table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from under a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the older woman with him exchange laughs and comments with the trio at a nearby table, and he spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel eyes watch you. You look like you've seen a night or two in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Who are all of you? Name's Two-Tone Weasel. The lady next to me is Key. We've had our fun with the expeditions, but we're hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet. For the next few weeks, anyway. Man at the next table nods at you. I'm Deadshot Dayton, and this is Hurdy and Ilfa. We were part of separate expedition teams, but we both suffered losses and decided to band together. He takes several items off his fingers. Beasts, barbarians, bioax. It's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one, too. At the next table, Dayton raises his glasses. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Sarah, something else you wanted? Nope. Because apparently there's nothing else to talk about. Don't have any reason to discuss expeditions or recent events or anything. We can chat with Bishop, see what he's got.
Hello.
Here for a drink? There's a tiny pewter cup in front of him. He turns it in one broad hand but doesn't drink from it. This is a lively place. It was founded in the early days of Deerwood Independence by a travelling scholar named Errol Levi. He wanted a place where kith of all backgrounds could gather and hash out the issues facing the new country. It didn't take long for the place to fill up. Brackenbury aristocrats argued with dock workers from the Gift, while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Deerwoodans have never been known to turn down an argument. He takes a sip from the tiny cup. What happened next? Soon kith were coming from the farms and settlements too. He waves his hand at the door as if expecting a crowd to bustle in. This place got even more popular with the valiant sailors in the salty mast, and that was the problem. He drains his cup. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate. Errol found himself on the wrong side of an argument in the wrong thane, and when he disappeared a few days later, some say it was work of that thane. He shrugs and spreading his hands over the bar as he surveys the room. But Errol knew which way the wind was blowing. If you ask me, he skipped town, hid out somewhere hoping for rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay. If only you could see it now. Tell me about yourself. Name's Bishop. Used to be a scholar of Barroth. Now I run the Goose and Fox and keep the regulars in line. What's more is there to tell? How'd you go from religion to taverns? Journey isn't as long as you think. It starts with Hollowbone, and with this, he takes a black bottle out from under the bar and fills a pewter cup. It was my sister's son. At the beginning of Waden's legacy, he was one of the first. Never expected there'd be so many after him. Tragedy's part of the cycle, but it's followed by rebirth. Yet every year, more parents were breathing for their hollowbone children, and the gods were silent. So you lost your face? He leans forward, crossing his arms on the bar. Barroth promises rebirth, cycles, but the only cycle I found was this one. He taps the bar. Have a drink, have another until I couldn't remember I got home. Wake up, come back. I finally woke up one day to see my family had packed up and left. For all I know, they'd left days before and I just hadn't noticed. But they were gone, so I came here. I've cleaned up since, not that I found my answers. I just stopped asking questions. Oof, that's, harsh. Looking to hire an adventurer. Plenty of those around here. See, I can basically hire adventurers for one specific purpose in this case. I just want people back at my keep. I could even buy a dog? That's pretty cute. I mean, it's no tiny obsidian worm, but I'm gonna do that anyway. My dog. Now go in the stash with all the other pets. I guess I can do that later. So then what we can do is we can dump a bunch of these useless pieces of crap into the trade window and sell everything. Ah, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Mind you, I'm not sure it's worth keeping anything that is, even those things that are showing up as magical. But for now, let's just do it. We've got a lot of other stuff we can get rid of. Yeah, okay. I will sell that. I'll keep that. Don't appear to have that one. Don't have that one. I don't think we'll need to pretend to be priests anytime soon. I'm not entirely sure the game will recognize it even if we do. Already got one of those. Okay. Got that. Done at that. Got that. Got that and that. Didn't have that. Do have that now. Already got that. Sell up both those and this and this and that. Wow, that's actually a pretty penny worth of stuff. I should remember that I've got these so I can use them in fights because they're consumables. We don't need more camping supplies. We could sell off some of these other bits, but we're not going to. Pets are all worth... Oh no, the dead cat isn't worth anything. Oh, poor cat. Alright, so that's a fair amount of cash back. Except, retrain. I don't want to retrain. I wanted to do this. Hire an adventurer. And this will be... kind of wish there was a random one. Human, ocean folk, fighter, yes, discipline barrage. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Yeah, a deer. Laborer. Sure. Sure. This guy is Jimmy Jim. Ah, I can type. And done. So there's one reason to have him, and I want to send him to the strongholds. Jimmy Jim. Now, if I do that, is there anything I can do with him now? No. Damn. I know that there's something I can do with them at the stronghold, so there's a reason for doing that. Even if it's not useful yet, and it may only become useful when I've got some of the other buildings that I can build. Alrighty. Well, I think that will finish up this episode. Next time around, we'll continue to explore Deerwood. We'll be here for a little while, actually. But hopefully we'll see some cool things in the city. Until then, have a great day. Bye.